Hi, welcome to Thanatology Thursday. It's really beautiful out today, and I thought I would connect with people who are sending me such beautiful notes about the work that I'm putting out into the world. You know, I fundamentally believe that more of us need to be loss literate, and when that happens, we don't deny death, we learn to embrace life. So in my book, Grief Unleashed, I talk a lot about my lived experience, but also informed by research and some amazing grief theorists that have really moved me. I want to talk about an older blog that I wrote, and I'm taking you back to 2013. So this is a while ago now, right? 12 years ago. And as I read it, I was really touched by how much I knew. You know, even though I felt like I was a baby in my grief, even though I had denied a lot of what was happening inside of me, I somehow trusted that what I was going through needed to be expressed and was a normal and healthy part of the grief experience. So here's what I wrote back on February 22nd, 2013. It dawned on me that my journey through grief is just that, a journey. Until recently, I never would have chosen to use the word journey to describe my relationship with grief. In so doing, I have reframed my experience with loss, and it has shed some light on a whole other way of being with my grief. Moving through the darkness and into the light. What that symbolizes to me is the path each one of us must follow as we move through our experience with loss. When someone we love dies, it changes our lives forever. I do believe with certainty that there is a better way for us to prepare for and experience death. I know this from my own experience and from researching what others have done, that we can choose not only how we deal with our grief, but how we can honor the lives of those who have died. When we acknowledge our grief, we cease to give it the power that it has over our lives. When we choose to open up our hearts to healing, we recognize that death is a part of each and every one of us. We all will walk this path at some point. Why not make it the best experience possible? I've read so much on the subject of life after death that I must admit to a certain bias. But this bias is not newfound. It is a bias that was formed over years of suffering and denial and anger and eventual reconciliation. I did not stumble onto my newfound belief. It found its way to me slowly, and it has changed me profoundly. The day before Tracy died, she came back to tell her best friend Wendy that she had seen the light and that it was beautiful and that all would be well. I believe that she pulled herself out of a coma so that she could share with us that beauty that awaits with us upon our last breath. I find comfort in these words and in knowing that the mystery of life continues long after our bodies cease to function here on earth. In my research, I have also come to realize that thousands of people have experienced near-death experiences, and each of their stories have similar undertones. A beautiful white light, being met by loved ones, peace. Story after story reveals that there is more to this mystery than most of us care to know. We are happy in our ignorance, not really wanting to know what awaits us around the corner, not wanting to prepare. What I know with certainty is that the time we are given here on earth is the most precious of gifts. Take the time today to hug someone you might not otherwise hug. Send someone a note of gratitude to tell them what they mean to you. Find a way to pay it forward. The light in me honors the light in you. So from me to you, remember, when we do this grief work, it works.